Like the video and subscribe right now, and Bob Ross Doggo will teach you art. It must kind of stink that you can't run 3 times. You know, if I ran a 3rd time, it'd sort of be like doing a 3rd Hangover movie. Didn't really work out very well, did it? Vasectomy is our only cringe. If you haven't had kids yet, to be fair, there are plenty of situations where vasectomies are actually cringe. Being kidnapped and given one, botched circumcision, being drunk and getting one. All of these are things your father cold had done instead of having a judgmental douche. A comprehensive list of options traders who are better than me. 11 hours ago. You must still be typing the list. Take your time. This answer is incorrect. You cannot be a first officer on an airliner under FAR 121 without an ATPR, which requires a minimum of 1000 hours if you hold a bachelor's degree, or 1250 hours with an associate's. CAC 61 to 139. FAR 121 applies in the USA. In many other parts of the world, you can be a first officer with a CPL only. I have flown in Japan, Europe and the Middle East with FOS with only a few hundred hours. If you, as an American, go to the beach, you will see an ocean. On the other side of that ocean is what is known as the rest of the world, which, you may be surprised to learn, is not America. Hi there. Hope this email finds you well. I'm emailing in regards to a possible collaboration on social media. My name is. I work as a social media influencer, mainly lifestyle, beauty and travel based. I have over 87,000 YouTube subscribers here, as well as 76,000 Instagram followers. My partner and I are planning to come to Dublin for an early Valentine's Day weekend from February 8th till 12th to explore the area. As I was searching for places to stay, I came across your stunning hotel and would love to feature you in my YouTube videos, dedicated Instagram stories / posts to bring traffic to your hotel and recommend others to book up and return for free accommodation. Last year I worked with Universal Orlando in Florida and it's been amazing for them. Let me know if this is something you'd be interested in doing. I look forward to hearing from you. Dear social influencer, I know your name, but apparently it's not important to use names. Thank you for your email looking for free accommodation in return for exposure. It takes a lot of balls to send an email like that, if not much self-respect and dignity. If I'll let you stay here in return for a feature in your video, who is going to pay the staff who look after you? Who is going to pay the housekeepers who clean your room? The waiters who serve you breakfast? The receptionist who checks you in? Who is going to pay for the light and heat you use during your stay? The laundering of your bed sheets? The water rates? Maybe I should tell my staff they will be featured in your video in lieu of receiving payment for work carried out while you're in residence. Lucky for us, we too have a significant social media following. We have 186,000 followers on our 2 Facebook pages, an estimated 80,000 on our Snapchat, 32,000 on Instagram and a paltry 12,000 on our Twitter. But Jesus Christ, I would never in a million years ask anyone for anything for free. I also blog a bit, which as far as I'm aware is another way of saying write stuff on the internet. The above stats do not make me any better than anyone else, or afford me the right to not pay for something everyone else has to pay for. In future, I'd advise you to offer to pay your way like everyone else, and if the hotel in question believes your coverage will help them, maybe they'll give you a complimentary upgrade to a suite. This would show more self-respect on your part, and, let's face it, it would be less embarrassing for you. Here is a little video I produced which you may learn from. Best regards. PS. The answer is no. How would you turn $1 into 100? Go get change. Now I've got 100 cents. This is why it's important to specify units in the question. Why should I settle with one man when I have so many men chasing me? It's okay telling cheap stuff attract the most customers. This advice comes out of insecurity. You ask for what you think you're worth. If your contribution goes away with you, you didn't actually build something, you micromanaged and didn't empower people to be self-sufficient. The cemetery is full of people that thought themselves irreplaceable too. Also, people that can't be replaced, can't be promoted either. Please do tell. How did you ask? Was it by sleeping with your boss Nick, my husband? He who lies that his wife is unstable and paranoid when you two were traveling alone for 2 months on business. The business trip whereby you bought Shrexy underwear. I have receipts. And he was telling his paranoid, pathetic wife not to worry. How could I not worry when he's checking online for how long? After unprotected Shreks should I check for pregnancy? The person who no longer has a minute for his 2 amazing kids that he claims to love most in the world. See, when you actually confessed to my face that you had deep feelings for him when I caught you both in your car smoking drugs in car park, I considered you were lying, but within weeks he left me and his kids to live close to you. So I just wanted to make sure you're telling the truth to all your followers. Scum like you two deserve nothing but disrespect. You are leeches, feeding off those who couldn't know better, all the while pretending to act like pros doing your jobs. I hope you both find what you both desperately seek in your lives. Should be ashamed to employ the likes of you and Mick. You have destroyed my kids' lives. There is no forgiveness for that. Asian cuisine, especially Chinese, is the most overrated shit. Now do these 40 steps of combining 391,173 different spices to produce. Asian cuisines were perfecting taste and texture over thousands of years, while inspiring centuries of cooking. You pillaging barbarians were dying of famine over rotted herring and cardboard bread until Andine potatoes and Persian coffee allowed you to evolve taste buds. Parents beware. During Halloween the fentanyl problem is serious. Children should be told not to eat any treats until a responsible person can examine the child's bag for colorful candy in suspicious packaging. Worry about storing your own drugs properly in child-resistant containers in an out-of-reach place. Drugs are expensive. No one is putting them in your kid's candy. Brews are okay. Food is too full. Fruity place. Rainbow flag is inappropriate. Not a place for traditional values. Wow. Richard, you seriously wrote that on a public forum? A reminder to you that it is 2022 and not 1952. We actually do not have any tolerance for bigotry here and we pride ourselves on being a brewpub that is inclusive of everyone except you. Please never visit us again. Because your outlets, like most things in your country, suck. Is that why the entire world learns, listens to American music, watches American cinema, learns the American language, uses American money, etc, etc? The American language? Jesus, not even you can be stupid enough to think English is the American language and not the English language. Regarding your other points, the entire world also listens to British music, watches British cinema, among many others. Your dollar is worth less than the paper it's on, and is mostly used by you. Seriously, you can't be this delusional. BLM is now cancelling families. I found out some of my fam had a get together last night. I wasn't invited. Haven't seen them in months. Apparently some of cousins have been very offended with me saying all lives matter and dropping facts about BLM, so they didn't want me there. Sad. That is a strange way of saying my family won't hang out with me because I'm racist. My son at 16 bedtime is 9. He has no phone and no internet access without a parent sitting in the room. Then it is limited to an hour max. There are parental passcodes on the TVs and he can only watch certain TV programs. Crazy that those are gonna be the exact rules you follow in the nursing home. It was the worst experience ever. The staff is completely unfriendly, the room was very untidy, and they have very poor services. You would find spider nets even in the room and nobody would care to hear you. Even the basic facilities such as water, light, etc. wouldn't be taken care of. You'd be mistaken if you come to this property by looking at the old ratings. Dear guest, thank you for your feedback, and I'm extremely sorry to hear that we have not taken any care of you. You stayed at our resort for 3 days, and on the first night you vomited on the bed and pillows, and our room boy had cleaned everything. We cared for you, and at the time of checkout, when we charged for bedsheet and pillows which we thrown out because of you, and you had given such negative reviews. If my resort is that bad and dirty, then how did you stay for 3 days? Nirvana is only remembered because Kurt Cobain killed himself. If he didn't, they would have had one, maybe two more albums that didn't sell well, and they would just break up and be lost in the death of grunge. His death was marketed to teens who can't picture living to 30, so the band is cool, but when you examine their work it's so generic in my opinion. I was waiting for this answer. Nirvana is overrated. But I wouldn't say Nirvana is remembered because Cobain killed himself. It is remembered for its unique style of metal, rock, and indie that started the grunge era. People really liked his music during the time. When Kurt died, the whole band didn't get popular because of it. It's kinda like saying Linkin Park is only popular because Chester killed himself. Also, both albums sold well. Let's also mention their actual first album, Bleach, which before the band went into the mainstream, the album sold 40,000 copies. Their third album, In Utero, reached #1 on the Billboard 100's list, selling over 15 million copies worldwide. The album that got them famous, Nevermind, sold 300,000 copies a week by January 1992, and it's confirmed that it sold over 30 million copies worldwide. Did I mention these were just CDs? So no, he was famous for his sound in the rock community as a whole. Hey everyone, I got a blue Nintendo logo backpack. The cringe is real strong on this one. Are you one of those people that are so socially inept that you have to comment cringe on everything? The Rude is only expressing his happiness that he got a blue backpack. Biology lesson. Your baby's DNA isn't identical to your DNA, making it not your body. Biology lesson. Parasite. Noun. An animal or plant that lives in or on another, the host, from which it obtains nourishment. The host does not benefit from the association and is often harmed by it. Let's roleplay, y'all. No thank you. Why? I'm already roleplaying as prettier than you. That is why it's a roleplay. Maybe students shouldn't take out loans they know they can't pay back or will have a tough time doing so. Take responsibility for your actions first. This was on your timeline. I'm raising money for struggling to make the monthly rent payment. Click to donate. This bar fills top shelf bottles with cheap alcohol. I ordered a Casamigos neat and was served a cheap tequila from the Casamigos bottle. The bartender was a total dick when I told him that it was not what I ordered. Whack. Jeff, first off, no wonders what you're saying happened. Yeah, we replace a middle of the road tequila with a lesser tequila. Bars don't actually do that. I make the same amount of money on either bottle of shit I sell you guys. Fact is, Jeff, you got a Casamigos and the bartender treated you like an idiot because you are a dumb idiot that claimed a false thing. I see you have 3 other 1-star Yelp reviews. Clearly that is because you are a complaining butthole person. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to 1-star Yelp your mother because she made Jeff the Yelp complaining fart guy baby. Good luck out there in Yelp 1-star cribbleby idiot butthole guy land. You suck. The world thinks you suck, Jeff. Yes, the entire world thinks Jeff sucks like a fart. However, farts are funny. Jeff just stinks. I guarantee the last girl that had Shreks with you is currently at an A podium right now. I knew I hit rock bottom when I woke, having had Shreks with Jeff the 1-star Yelp reviewer, butthole fart face guy. Warranty? Of course a greasy ass communist would say that. You know, I do think of myself as at least slightly smarter than the average person. Maybe because of that, I tend to notice a lot of stupid shit being written. But among all the religious fanatic bullshit, the anti-vax bullshit, the flat earth bullshit, the far right bullshit, none of the brain-numbingly stupid shit I have read comes even close to the utterly cancer-inducing degeneracy that you wrote. So, me being aware that people have consumer rights and suggesting that a person tries using a warranty they already paid for and are entitled to by law makes me a greasy ass communist. Please tell me which drugs you took so I know to avoid them. And if by any chance you wrote that sober, I suggest visiting a psychiatrist. Making Shuri Black Panther isn't believable at all. Did she suddenly get all of her training while she was in her lab, and also she barely protects herself in Avengers as well? I mean, didn't they get their powers from a special magical purple flower? and created a suit, among other things, out of an indestructible metal that came from a meteor that crashed into the earth. And they have an invisibility cloak on their whole city, so much so no one knew it existed. Also, they just fought aliens and had to time travel in order to get half the population of Earth back. And you think a woman training to fight, with or without her genius tech, in 6 years time is unbelievable? You really showed who you are. Not a chance I would be back. Feed me menu at almost $60 per person. Provided a main course of chicken Maryland to share, not even one each. Who wants the drumstick? Flavors were good and staff need training on etiquette but otherwise friendly. Red Rooster have a deal, $5 for 1/4 chicken and chips. Obviously different quality, but come on guys, you are taking it a bit far. And look at your response, what a joke. For $58 per person you received croquettes, kingfish tostadas, short rib tacos, fish tacos, pork tacos and a barbecue chicken Maryland plus chips. You had it cooked by chefs and served by multiple wait persons over multiple courses. If you think we are not providing value and taking it a bit far, then you are kidding yourself. Enjoy sitting in a car park of Red Rooster on a Saturday night eating your microwaved $5 chicken and chips, cause we definitely don't want you back. Punishing women with the death penalty would cut abortions. Idaho Lieutenant Governor candidate says. So abortion is murder, but killing women who get abortions is not. Condoms are free at campus but printing isn't. So Shreks is more important than our assignments? Condoms are free because Shreks can cause serious health issues if it is carelessly done and can kill you as well. Lack of education won't kill you. It'll just make you compare Shreks to printing. Joan did a little backup singing, I guess, or writing, and punchlines are all oil and shoulders in the show. Huh. I know it's a marketing thing, like, you leave a trollish comment, people click the profile, they see your comedy, but I did just click and I did just see your comedy, and, listen, it's not something you want to pair with a cocky persona. I don't even think you should pair it with anything higher status than extreme politeness or a cash offer. The more I think about it, and I've never recommended this to anyone but at your caliber, the best lead-in might be to simply fake a terminal illness. Just until you get your footing. I could see people enjoying your videos if the only thing they knew about you was that you had leukemia. And I mean final stages. Like, to the point where people can feel like getting through one of your videos is a positive thing. It's either that, or lock the account, and keep doing this Jeffrey Ross as a second language bit. Are you looking for some kind of blue checkmark that Tumblr doesn't have? Or would you like some other kind of verification symbol that Tumblr doesn't have? Let me know which kind of verification method that Tumblr doesn't have you're hoping to see, and I'll explain to you why I don't have the particular kind of verification that Tumblr doesn't have that you're looking for. Are you for real? If yes, why don't you get this account verified? Oh my heart. This one asked for booby at bedtime tonight, having not boobed for a few days. Just before he latched on, he shared these words of wisdom with me. Booby is not actually just milk. It's a device that moves your love into me and my love into you. Joshua, aged 6 years and 5 months. That's cute. My 3-year-old opened my market portfolio today and pointed out where I was going wrong. He wrote to algorithms to show me how I can invest better, and then proceeded to do 8 no-hand backflips out of the room whilst reciting every word from the dictionary in order. Stop acting like your dribbly little sprog is a ducking genius philosopher. Tonight a 19-ish-year-old in the bar very nicely asked me if I could give them a refund on a vodka coke they bought because they realized they were too drunk and drinking it would be a bad idea, a move both so ballsy and sincere I couldn't possibly refuse. I thought in all US states you must be at least 21 years old in order to purchase alcohol. I'm one of the dozens of people worldwide that live in a country that's not America. The youth are going bold and grey a lot faster now. Great time at the Texas Youth Summit. Poverty is not a test of character, my dude, it's just poverty. The unpaid internships, the scraping up money to pay bills, the sleeping on couches. That's part of the journey, to separate those who will make it, and those who won't. You know what you get for surviving a day of poverty. Another one, and for that one, another one. Nobody's watching you from money heaven, tallying up all the hard work you did to make sure you'll be rewarded someday. You don't need to figure out sexual compatibility before marriage. That's a satanic lie. A man's and woman's parts fit perfectly. God designed us this way. Once married, you will have a lifetime to learn what pleases each other. You'll never regret waiting until your wedding night. Mine fits pretty good inside a butthole. God's grand design. Why haven't Europeans fully embraced the concept of freedom like Americans have? It's rather shocking, isn't it? Living in the UK we have so little freedom. One only have 5 weeks annual leave, which I'm forced to use, and 8 public holidays. I'm so downtrodden to have universal healthcare, so I don't have to think, can I afford to go to the hospital? My dirty communist employer not only gives me 3 months sick pay at 90% pay, but because we have proper employment law I can't be fired on a whim of management. We are so repressed I don't even have to use a designated crossing to cross the road. Please come and save us from this socialist nightmare. Moms should get a fast pass to the front of the line at coffee shops. Honey, you're 22 and slept 10 hours last night. Get to the back of the line. Imagine thinking that you deserve special treatment for getting cream pied mayo. Hi Maxwell. I have a role that's focused on JavaScript, React, but they are increasingly using Rust. I'm not sure if you have come across Rust, but it's highly rated and becoming more popular. Would you be interested in adding that to your skills? When would be a good time to chat? Please share your email and availability if you are interested in knowing more, so that I can introduce you to the hiring manager for further discussion. If you are not looking at this time, please decline this request so we can take you off our list. If you want to share the information with anyone that can be a good fit, please let me know. Thanks. Ankit Mineria, hiring manager. I wrote the packed textbook Rust and web programming. Let's play a game. Choose a waifu. Someone will comment her a side effect. Featured comment. The Lost Legend. Point of view. You're so deep in the friend zone your crush is comfortable stripping naked in front of you. I've won, but at what cost? If you want to be featured in the next video, use hashtag dankness.